she literally swung and I caught her arm. And if I didn't catch her arm, she was gonna knock me the fuck out. And I'm just like, girl, I ain't even touched you. I'm standing in the doorway talking my shit the same way you talking your shit, but you got mad. And you tried to hit me with the gin bottle. I caught that arm, caught it, let it go, picked her up, slammed her on her back. Hello you guys, it's Mari back with another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. And without further ado, let's get into this video. I literally lost my Dior lip gloss and I just couldn't bring myself to go back to the store and spend $40 more on the real one. So I went on TikTok because I heard that it was like some dupes, because my friend was just like, you don't need to be spending all that money on that Dior lip gloss, because the one I had, it was literally down here, like the Dior. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm going to the store, I'm going to Walmart, and I'm gonna find the dupe. And I got the dupe and it's okay, but it's not giving Dior. So I'm gonna deal with this until I'm sick of it, and then I'm gonna go get the Dior again. But we're gonna be getting into some things while I'm getting ready. First thing I want to talk about is this funny time that I don't really like to talk about so much, but I'm gonna tell y'all because it's actually pretty funny, but it's actually pretty sad, but it's still actually kind of funny. So I'm gonna tell y'all. And this is Sweet Tea. I have a very interesting family, and my family has literally always just been so interesting, literally completely different from me. My grandmother is like, my grandma is literally something else. She's always been something. My grandma is just a grandma, and I love her with everything in me. And I do feel bad about this situation, but I do feel justified in the situation a little bit, but I don't feel proud of my actions. So I just want to start off by saying that. Every time I tell people this, they be thinking I be playing, but I was like dead ass. I don't think people realize how much of a menace I actually was coming up. I really chilled the fuck out a lot. I was literally just on a rampage, just proving myself to people, because people were just taking my kindness for weakness. And it's like, bitches keep trying me, and I didn't give a fuck who it was. Grandma, auntie, daddy, sister, cousin, stepmom. I would just get into it with like just everybody. Like, my mouth was just so bad. That's the only issue my daddy ever had with me, was like my mouth. He just always made it seem like my mouth was just so bad. It was not that bad. I don't think my mouth was that bad, but you know, your parents gonna always make it seem like what it ain't. Whatevers. I remember me and my grandmother was arguing, and me and my grandmother, we have a very good relationship, but it seems like the older I got, the more that relationship just started to go just a little bit sour. I started to realize just how toxic she was. My grandma was a menace. Like, she was a fucking menace. My grandma was something else. I don't have a normal grandma. My grandma is not your ordinary grandma. She's literally like so thugged out. There's more good to our relationship than bad, but the bad would always be like bad. It didn't get bad until like my mother passed away, and then it's just like a lot of just resentment, a lot of animosity, and it's just our relationship just got toxic sometimes. I always came back from the madness no matter what, but I can't sit on that. And my grandma, I love my grandma. I love my grandma. I love all my family through all of their flaws, so I can never just hold nothing against her or anything like that. But the reality of the situation at the time was my grandma was drinking. She called herself a pimp, so they just give you an idea of what type of grandma that I had. I remember this one time she was talking stuff, and then I literally was not gonna do nothing. Like, I'm not gonna put my hands on my grandma. I remember she was talking stuff and she was drinking. Like, she was literally lit. She was lit. And she was just going off at the mouth.
Shut up, you stupid fucking cunt. All you do is complain, complain, complain.
What? I'm just like, what is you talking about? Like, I'm popping my shit like, what is you talking about? Because she's going off at the mouth. I can't remember what the hell we was arguing about. Probably some petty shit. Like I said, it was a long time ago. I remember I walked up on the porch.
What? What did you just say?
I didn't charge at her. I walked on the porch and I stood in the doorway. And out of the midst of us just having this heated conversation, she just lunges at me out of nowhere. Like with this thick ass gin bottle. And if y'all know alcohol, like how thick gin bottles are, the bottle was like literally thick. She just got mad, like I said the wrong thing. She just literally charged at me and tried to hit me with the gin bottle. She literally swung and I caught her arm. And if I didn't catch her arm, she was gonna knock me the fuck out. And I'm just like, girl, I ain't even touched you. I'm standing in the doorway talking my shit the same way you talking your shit, but you got mad. And you tried to hit me with the gin bottle. I caught that arm, caught it, let it go, picked her up, slammed her on her back. Now I'm gonna take a sip on that. I'm gonna let y'all take that in. So she was drunk, so she was out of her mind. She was lit. She swung on me and I caught that arm. I caught it. Like, my reflexes caught her arm in the midst of her about to knock my motherfucking head off. I got her pinned down on the ground, like her arms, and she's literally like just hollering. I'm looking at her, I'm looking at her like, bitch, I just can't believe you just tried to fucking hit me. He was really about to knock my ass out over some words. And I'm just like, oh my God. Literally flabbergasted. I'm just like, wow. Like you really hate me. You hate me. She swung that hoe hard. I literally got her pinned on the ground. I'm just like, I'm not gonna hit you. I can't believe you just tried to hit me. I got her pinned down to the ground because at this point it's just like, you're dangerous. Like, what? You're dangerous, babes. Like, you just tried to hit me. Like, it wasn't even that serious. What we was arguing over was not that serious, honestly. It was just like a disagreement. I think too, because I had never like really raised my voice with my grandma, because like I said, I love my grandma and I always will. But it's just like, my grandma is very, very toxic and very like old fashioned. So it's like our mindsets could never align. And the older I got, I just realized how toxic she was. And I just realized just like why my mother stayed away and why things happen. Why things happen. And, you know, I just understand a lot better just how I just need to love her from a distance if she continues to have these toxic ways. So it's like I started to speak my truth on top of just everything that's just going on. And that was just a lot coming from me because like I'm her grandbaby. And on top of that, like, I'm her baby. Like, my grandmother loves me. Like, I'm literally her favorite grandbaby. I'm definitely her favorite. And I never would have expected me to do something like this. I just didn't. I think that it was just a lot for her to see me just going off on her. She didn't really know what I was capable of because she never seen me like that. And I can't even remember what the hell I was going off for, but I was going off for some child. And she swung that bottle and almost knocked my motherfucking head off. I remember like it was yesterday. In the midst of all this going on, she's not listening to nothing I'm saying. Like, my grandma just literally basically tried to fucking kill me. Because I'm being dramatic. Really could have gave me a thick ass concussion. A thick ass concussion, no shade. You know, we're still here. We're still booking. So, she didn't get me. She didn't mess up the pretty face. She didn't mess up the pretty face. Then just out of nowhere of me having her pinned to the ground, the only thing that is free is her feet. She's under me. I'm looking her dead in the face. She's like swarming and stuff. I'm not like, both of my hands are on her. I can't hit her. She can't hit me. That's it. Tell me why she must have f***ed around and kicked me in my nose. Hard as fuck. And something came over me. I let go of those arms. Sorry, hitting them. And I was just like, man, you just hit me in my mother. I let go of those arms and I was just like, at this point, they done got me off this because I'm like, and my grandma started, that's just me talking in my gay language. Don't do that. I'm just like, this done hit me in my nose. Like, what the fuck? This done kicked me in my nose. My shit feels broke. It's like, no. And at this point, they holding me back. I'm just like, no, let me go. She done tried to kill me and done kicked me in my nose. I ain't even put a scratch on her. Wow. Grandma didn't think we was gonna come back from this. Came back from it. Why? Because toxic shit like this happens. And we come back from it, especially in a black family. I know it ain't just my family. I know it's probably everybody's family. We come back from it. We grow from it. We just let it go. And I let it go. I literally let it go. Like, I don't know. I just have understanding that my family are going to be who they are. I just have to choose to deal with it. And I choose to deal with it when I want to deal with it. And that's just kind of how I'm going to operate this life going forward. During this time of my life, it was very stressful. It was very stressful. Dealing with people with their mental damage, and then it's just pouring over into my life as a child. At my adult age, I love my family with their flaws and all, but I am going to be around you when I want to be around you. I've dealt with my family enough. Like, I've had them around my life enough to just like go about this life and be okay without talking to them. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, I don't have to, I'm not gonna say I don't have to talk to them, but I don't have to be around them as much. I've been poured into enough by them to the fact that like I don't have to talk to them every day. Like, and it wasn't good for me, so it's just like, why would I want to talk to them every day? Still love them, still got love for everyone, but it's love from a distance. And I do call in and check up, you know, like every now and then. And when I'm in town, I go see everyone. She calls me every now and then. Still got love for my grandma. It's never gonna change. You know, it's just toxic family dynamic. I just got a better understanding of people in my family, including her. now that I'm older. There's no shade against anybody. Like I said, I love everybody, flaws and all. I don't hold anything against anybody, anything at all. That's literally just it. That was a funny experience. Period. So next I'm gonna tell y'all about like when I got expelled from school. This was my senior year. Worst decision of my fucking life. My freshman year of high school was the same year that my mother passed away. So I honestly was a different child. Before then, I never would get in trouble at school. That was not something that I would ever do. I wasn't that kid. I never went to ISD or anything like that. But when my mother passed away, it was like a whole new bitch was born. And it's just like, oh, bitch, you finna get this thunder. So from 9th grade all the way through my high school year, I'm really feeling my puss. I done came out. So it's like I'm really a brand new person. And on top of that, like I'm dealing with depression from my mom and stuff like that. So it's just like I'm a little bit on edge because I'm just sad. A lot of people understood that, some people didn't. I can remember school started around August, around my birthday, and I kid you not, I went to alternative school August the 29th. So I was in school for less than a month and I went to alternative school. And I promise you, I wasn't a bad kid at all. It was just that I was going through like, you know, depression with my mother and stuff, and I was just like taking it out on people and things. And I hate to like think back on this, but I was really like going through it for years and years and years. It was just a lot. It was just a lot for me. So I was in class and I remember we were walking down the hallway and there was a teacher that I knew that I was drawing a self-portrait for, because when I was in school, I always would like draw pictures for people. I could draw really good. I still can draw really good, but I would draw self-portraits for people. I would always just draw people. And I remember I was drawing this self-portrait for this woman for her. And I saw her in the hallway and she was just like, she called me in her room. I literally got out the line and I went into this woman's room. Why did I think I was bold like that to just leave out of the line, out of my classroom with my teacher, and go into another teacher's classroom and literally talk to her and just literally just leave the class? He didn't even know where I was. I didn't say nothing. That's how bold that's how crazy I was. I was over there talking to her. I was just talking about, you know, like the picture, like, okay, I got you. It's gonna take me a little minute. I got you. I'm gonna draw you. Like, you know, I got you. Just catching it up. And it was a long time. You know how when you with old people, y'all just be talking and then it's just like y'all just be talking and then y'all just be talking. And that's what it was. So it's like I was over there for a long time. It was literally the room, right? It was right next to the classroom. I feel like, I don't know if he knew if I was over there. I don't know if anybody told him or anything, but it was like I had to walk back in the classroom because everybody else kept going into the room. I walked into the other room. So it's like I'm in the other room. I'm thinking, oh no, it's not gonna be a big deal. I'm talking to a teacher. He's not gonna care. Man, I walk up in that classroom. That man, he was like, Marcel, what were you doing? At this point in my life, like, couldn't nobody check me. Like, I didn't care who you was, teacher, anybody. Like, if you check me, I'm instantly in defense mode. So it's like, he checking me, like I'm already embarrassed. And that's literally the worst thing you could do to me, is embarrass me. Like, I just don't like that. And he was embarrassing me. Like, he was checking me in front of everybody. Everybody just looking like, Marcel, you don't do nothing like that. You know, like, you don't tell nobody where you're going. Like, he's getting aggressive with it. And I'm just like, I'm looking at him like, get out of my face. Like, it's not that serious. I was just talking to her about drawing a picture. Like, it's not even that serious. He literally gets like so like about it. Like, and this is a short white man, chubby man, really not gonna do nothing, really not about that life. But you know, he's trying to present it like that because you can't let nobody just run over you, because then everybody else in the class is gonna try to run over him going forward. So you know, he's being combative with me, like he's doing all this other stuff, and it's just like, it's just egging me on more and more. And I just like, and I pick up the textbook and I just like, I hit you. He was like, get out of my room. I walk out the room. I go to the office. I'm just like, no, I don't give a I don't care. At this point in time, like my senior year, I was not staying with my daddy. So it's like, I done had no consequences, no repercussions or nothing coming after my actions, because I moved out when I was 15. So this is my senior year. I don't know this man that well. Been in school for about like 3 weeks or something like that. 2 or 3 weeks, going on 3 weeks. Of course I was in the wrong, clearly. Wasn't supposed to be over there with the woman doing all that talking. But I honestly didn't feel like it was gonna be that big of an issue, and I didn't think that he was gonna try to little boy me. He probably wasn't even trying to little boy me. He was just trying to, like, you know, get it through my head that I shouldn't be doing that. It's, you just disappear from the class. Get it now. At the time, I just wasn't hearing it because I was just like, you know what it is. You trying to check me. You done embarrassed me. I'm just not with it. Lord and behold, I go to the office and we going through the little dude. They not giving me no paddle. That's the thing about this new generation. Y'all don't know nothing about paddles. I done took so many paddles, so many licks. I done went through the office and I would put them puppy dog eyes on. That's one thing that I was always good at. Was like putting those puppy dog eyes on. I got some licks, but it was a lot of times I really could get out of it. Like I was already little, so it's like they didn't want to hurt me. They didn't want to paddle me anyways. A lot of times I would always go to ISD because they didn't want to paddle me. And I didn't sign off on the waiver because I wasn't staying with my dad, so of course I'm not gonna sign off on that shit. You're not gonna hit me with that shit. The fuck? If I was staying with my daddy, he would have signed off on it. That's how I got all the paddles from the past. That shit was torture. Y'all don't know nothing. They used to love paddling us. They used to love it. They used to put pride in that shit. Just imagine you in fucking class and something happens and he'd be like, go out in the hall. And everybody in the hallway hearing you get your ass beat. And you come back in the room crying. Bitch, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what we had to go through. It was crazy. You could hear that whole whistling while he's swinging it. And then it hit your ass and you burnt. Y'all got it a lot easier. I get in the office and it's giving, yeah, we're gonna have to send you home or whatever, and we're gonna have to discuss like what's going on. I come back to school for a teacher conference and I'm still registered in school under my dad's name because it's like just because I moved out, it doesn't, my daddy's still on all of my files and stuff like that. So my daddy had to come up there and talk to them. So my daddy came up there and talked to them and they decided that I would have to go to alternative school because I threatened to hit him with the textbook. You know what I was thinking in my head? I should have hit him with the textbook. Why was I thinking that crazy shit? Because I would have went to jail. But it's just like, I'm finna get sent to alternative school for threatening you. I should have hit you. Ended up going to fucking alternative school. And it's horrible. Don't ever go to alternative school. I don't know if y'all alternative school is like hours, but it's shit. You don't learn nothing down there. They got coaches as teachers. Y'all know how the coaches don't be knowing shit. They don't be real teachers for real. They just be coaches that be filling in for the fucking teachers. They don't be teachers for real. Some of them do. Not all of them though. They was more so friends with the fucking people. And then all the bad kids was down there. I stayed down there for an entire semester. I stayed from August to January. I missed an entire semester. When I tell you my grades plummet. My grades were great. My grades have always been great. The only thing I struggled with, I think, in school was like social studies because I just did not like history. I didn't like that white people shit. I just cannot connect with that shit. Now, if it was something about black history, my mind would take that shit in. But when you talking about all that other shit, my mind just does not gravitate towards that shit. And it's still like that. Like, I just can't. Stay down there for a semester, literally for a whole semester, like a half of school year. So literally like 4 months. Couldn't go to prom. Couldn't do all of this stuff. Couldn't go to any football games. Because when you're in alternative school, these are privileges. Like, they take them away from you. None of that. Couldn't drive my car to school. So I had to park it at this restaurant that was close to the school and walk to alternative school. I'm just like, what type of shit is this? And the thing is about alternative school, if you skip a day, they add a day. So it was like I was supposed to go back to school in December. I had been missing so many fucking days because I'm a senior. I really don't have to be there. You're just kind of forcing me to be there. So yeah, I pushed that shit all the way into January until like we came back from Christmas break. It just wasn't given. I hated that shit so bad. Those bitches, that shit was torture. Fucking ass. That shit was ass. So this is really what alternative school is. And I'm supposed to just accept this my senior year. Like, I really fucked myself over. I still regret that to this day. And that shit was wild. Like, really sent me to alternative school for a fucking threat? What? Boy, please. Eat some fucking cheese. Like, no. We just not doing that. Alternative school was fun, but I didn't learn shit. I didn't learn nothing. Clearly. When I got back in January, I had to work so hard. Literally only have A's and B's to make my yearly average out to be something suitable. I had to have high B's or A in all of my classes to put my grades back up. I wasn't learning nothing. They weren't teaching me anything. And I was just like, you shouldn't go to alternative school. You don't learn shit. It was a whole lot of fucking cheating going on. And bitches was still failing. It was a whole lot of letting the coaches do your work for you and still failing. Coaches will be doing the work for the students. Like, it was more so a fucking party down there. And you would think you would be enjoying this, but it's like, no, I wasn't enjoying this, bitch. I threatened this man. That ain't got shit to do with my education. I still wanted it through and through. It was straight ass. I hated it. Boy, what you gonna do with it? Oh. Y'all, like, Y'all ever talk to a guy and his breath stink? Y'all ever talk to a guy and his breath stink, but he's so cute, but his breath stinks? I can work on things like that, but I just feel like that right there is just such a turn off. I don't know. I say I could never deal with no shit like that, but it's just like, I honestly do not expect people to have the hygiene that I have or something similar, but I do expect you to brush your teeth. I think I just gave him grace because I like them. I don't know, but his breath was no. Would y'all deal with that? Do y'all deal with stinking breath? Is that a deal breaker for y'all? Because I would think that it's a deal breaker for me, but I just I'm gonna put these lashes back on and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna check in with y'all once this gets done baking, okay? Period. Okay guys, we are back. I have wiped the bake off and I have set my face, and that is basically it. I hope you guys like this little chit chat that we did today. Hope it was entertaining, me talking about my high school experience, my grandmother, and things like that, and these stinky breath ass men. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember that I upload videos every Monday and upload vlogs on Fridays. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to stay honest. Bye.